Okay, guys. So the next thing is we can go with React.js part. And I will tell you so how to work with some important concepts. Okay. So give me a second. Let me open it. So for this, I am using a usual studio code. So let me open a new folder. So let me create a folder here as well. Mm, so given some dummy folder name like React for work. Just click on this. Okay. So the first step is what we will do. We will go to the terminal, new terminal, and we will create a tool. That is CRA tool. npx create react app, and the name is like I'm just giving as client. So we will see how the router works. Okay. So that is the first thing. So I'll tell you what are the steps we need to follow for the router. So router is nothing but how you navigate in a front end. Okay, that is called as a router. So the first thing is React. So for this, what are the steps we need to follow? First step is like we need to install something for this because it is entirely different package. So I need to install this. So npm I b, or you can directly give it as React router doc. Okay, so like this you need to mention. And the next one is going to create a folder structure. So how we are going to create a folder structure. So initially we were working with app.js, right? So here, so under the CRC SRC folder. So here we'll be having different folders. In that we have a SRC, right? In that SRC, I'll be creating a pages folder. Inside the pages folders, I'll have some certain files, and I'm going to route it. So that is a basic knowledge of this. So now just change it to CD client and then start the application. You can see the application over here, and in the React to work, there are multiple folders. In this SRC folders only, I'll create one more name that is called as a pages. So inside the pages, there are multiple files I'm going to create. Okay, so layout.js, and another file is called home.js. 1 minute. Okay, ma'am. So inside this page, I have created home.js, layout.js, and one more file. Let me give it as blogs.js. Okay, and then one more file, contacts.js file. So for your project, it will be definitely useful. You can also create, the project using this JS also, React JS also. So that is the reason I was teaching again. So now have created everything. So now you need to go to the index.js. So for routing purpose, definitely we need to work with index.js. So I'll just remove this. We'll follow the steps. Okay. So import React DOM. So this is the thing we are going to import it from where? From React to DOM slash client. And then what I need to do is I need to import some, that is I'm going to route. For routing purpose, we have some three packages, that is like browser, router, ma routes, ma route. Okay, so these are the different things from where we are getting as we are getting from the React router. Actually, we have not installed it, so we need to install this. For installation, just go here and type npm I react router. For router purpose, we need this package. Okay. So now, so we have installed it. So now next thing is we need to input all these files in this index.js. We are going to connect this. Okay. For that, first thing is import layouts from, so which package you are going to get. So dot slash pages. I'm going to get it from the pages layout.js, right? So slash layout. And then import home from same, the page folder, pages folder slash semicolon, and then import blocks from where? From dot slash pages slash blocks. Import contact from dot slash pages slash contact, and then the last one for no page. If the page is not displaying, if you have given some wrong pages, then we need to upload this file. Okay, for that, I'm just giving as dot slash pages slash no page. As of now, we have imported all the files which we need for our program. And then here I'm just exporting a default function. Okay, so here I'm directly giving the export default function here itself. I'm not going to use it in the app.js file. Okay, so here what is the component I have mentioned? So here we are using a functional component. So after this functional component, definitely we need a return method, right? So in this return method, we need these three things. Okay, we are going to use it all. The first one is browser router, and then what is the second part I need? Routes, right? Routes. And inside this, I'll be routing. Okay, so these are the the three things we have used as a component here. So the browser router component, routes and route. So inside this route only, I'm going to move it to whatever the particular file I'm going to route. Okay, so the route, the attributes like path. The first path is like the element name is layout. Okay, what element it is going to direct with layout. So let me give it as layouts. And then again routes, index, elements. So I'm just indexing. So first the element is our home. So home slash. Actually, why we are giving the slashes? I don't. It is like a self-closing. We don't want to give again layout, and we don't want to close it off. Okay. So directly we can give a slash and we can close it off. So here after this, in this route, I'm not going to give a route of this like this. See here, this is a starting one. This is the ending one. Here, I'm not going to mention as a start and the end. Directly, I will give a close things. Okay. And the next one is routes path equals to blocks. And what is the element? So element is blocks. Here also I don't want this. I'm just closing it here itself. Just copy this. Same thing will be repeated, but here I'm going to mention it as a contact. And here also we'll be changing this to. Okay. So now the last one is the path. So you can go to any kind of pages. If there is any fault, it will move on to the no page. Okay. So this is how I have given the routing path. So there is no error. When I just come down. So whenever you are creating something in the index.js, you need to use a create root method and render method. So create root method is used to tell you so where you are going to execute this output, and the second one is what you are going to show the output of. Okay, so let me tell you. So first we'll after all the the execution of the things, you need to create a that is a variable name called const. So const name is root. Okay, so React DOM. In this React DOM, create a root map, that is function. You need to mention here. We'll be giving as a document dot get element by ID. I'll tell you what it is. If you go and check with this public index.html, you can see the div root. So here we are going to display the output. So that is how that's what we just implemented in this particular place. Okay, and finally we need to render this root render of 1 second mark Mm. So in this, the root render shall be giving a app. Okay, what is the name of this app? The function, the component name. We will be giving this component name here. Just keep simple. Okay. So yeah. So this is the first part we need to design. So after giving all these things, you need to go to that particular page. So first I will be designing these pages. The pages in the pages. First I will go with the layout component. So I already told you for each and everything we need to create a component in React.js so that it will not affect your application or program. So one second. Okay. So in the layout.js file, for each and every component, some components is going to be do. Like it may be a functional or it may be a class component. So here I'm just using a functional component, but that too a arrow function component. Okay. So I'm going to navigate this. So for this, I need two important components. That is one is called as a outlet, comma link. Okay. So these are the two things I need to navigate. So this is under the React router. So whatever the applications we have, sorry, the package we have installed, so you can check it over there in the package.json. You can see here the React router DOM has been installed. You go and check in the node modules. You can see React. Yeah, so in this place you can see the React router DOM. Okay, so like this we are installing the things. Let me get into the file again. So we are under the layout.js file. So here I'm just creating a variable name called const layout. Okay, so const layout arrow mark, this arrow marks function. In this place, so in the functional component, what we will do, we'll be giving just a return method, right? So inside this return method, I'm going to navigate the file. So for that, we need a navigation element. As we can call it as a component also. Inside this unordered list of elements, inside this list of elements only, I'm going to navigate. So you need to mention a link here. So link to which place? Link to home. Okay. Home. And I'll create three more links. So this place I need to navigate to the blocks. That's the blocks. Here I need to navigate to contact. So this is how it has been designed. So navigation, everything has been completed. So now I'll just close this outlet as well. So it will show the output, right? For that purpose, we are using this outlet. Yes, here you need to know what are the components we need to use, what are the important things we have to implement. Okay, so here I'll give a semicolon and I'll just export this. Export default. So maybe tomorrow I'll be conducting the final assessment. Let me check once. But concept wise, I have everything has been completed. So tomorrow mostly we'll be having a that is final assessment. Here I'll mention a return keyword h1. So what is the output it should be? Okay. In this place, you don't want to import anything because you have mentioned everything in the layout itself. Okay. So here we will be giving what is the output exactly. So you want to print it as, so this is a home page. We conducting sessions. Like this, I've given some text. Okay, and I'll going to this block, and I'm under the main important thing is you need to export this. Okay, so let's give a semicolon here and export default. And go to this blocks.js. Same thing, let's copy the same file. But some additions will be there. Instead of home, I'll be giving us blocks. And return statement, whatever you want to mention, you can give it off. So this is how it will be, and here also you need to explode the blocks. And just copy this. Same thing for the contact also. The contact, change this to be contact. Okay. And after this, you can then change this h1 over contacts details. Like this I've given. The next part is no page.js. So here a const no page of, and then return. Here I'll be giving us 404 page error. Okay, and give semicolon. Once again, ma. Okay, so here a 404 page error. Give semicolon and export default. Yes, balance. I have some topics. Will complete tomorrow also. Contacts. Okay. So not contact. This is actually no page. So that's all. So we can run this code. Just go here and give it as npm stop. What is the error? Blocks is not defined. There is a blocks. Fourth line in which contact.css, contact.js, yeah. So here, so if I click on this home, it is not showing my code. If I click on home, I can see this is a home page. We are conducting session. If I click on blocks, you can see this is a block page and pre-placement sessions. And if I click on contact, you can see what is the contact information. Like this, you will be doing it. And next one is we'll see how we can do with the CSS styling. It is a very basic important thing. Uh, I think we have already discussed or not. Like there are three things. Okay, the first one is like inline styling, and the second one is CSS style sheet, and the third one is CSS modules. So first we will see about what is inline style sheet. Okay, I don't want this. Let me delete this thing. Okay, so let me go into the index.js. So here I will code it. I'm going to do a inline styling. So inline styling is nothing but import React from React and then import React DOM. These are the two packages we need to import it. React React DOM / client. And then const, I need a variable here, just giving us header. Okay. And then I'm creating a that is functional components, arrow functional components. Inside this, what happened? I'm going to return some values. Okay. So just listen this. So while returning, semicolon. So in this return method, heading element is there. Okay, so I'm giving some name. Sujata, Pallavi, Munal, Shita. Okay, so these are the number of just I given a text, so I'm just going to color this. How I will color this? I can give either I can give a style and you need to import it. This is called as an inline style sheet. Okay, so you can mention it as a style and you can give a color colon lights. Like this I've given a color. Let me run this program again, and before that, again what we need to do, we need to create a const. So const root, that is a variable name, and react dom dot create root document dot get element by id of what, but I'm just going to export a root, give semicolon. So what is the function name here? You need to mention it in this place. So root dot render, function name is, that is a component, right? So you need to render this component. Close this component, give semicolon. So now you can see, so every color has been changed. So this is a one type of doing it. Other ways you can create a separate file also. But in suppose if you are trying to use some background colors and all, background color is a two word, right? So in a background color means you need to mention it as in the camel case. Like this, you need to mention like this, you'll be getting an output. Okay. And the third thing is you can either give it as a JavaScript object. So how we can create it as a JavaScript object then? Object is nothing but very simple. So in this place, we'll be creating an object called example const my style. So this is my JavaScript object. So inside this, I'll be giving a set of important properties. Let me give it as color white, and then background color is Bordeaux blue. So you need to give it as a comma. Then I'm giving some padding values, 10, and then fonts family, sans serif. There's one error. Let's check. So yeah, so in this place, what you will do is instead of giving all these things, just remove this. Give a name of the object, JavaScript object. You can see the thing, whatever you have mentioned, it has been changed. Okay. And one more thing is if you are trying to apply it in a new file, so just go to the app.js file, just remove all this. In the body element, if you are trying to give some colors, okay, if you give it as a background color as, okay, corner. Next is I'm just giving a color, it's gonna be blue, and I'm giving a padding called 40 pixel, and the font family, it's gonna be a sans serif. I can change some other cursor. So text align is gonna be justified. So like this, I've given a text. Check. So now we have given as a app.js. What we need to do is it is a different file, right? So we need to import it here. So we can import it. Here you need to mention import /app.css if simple. So once you have done, you don't want to mention anything like this variable name or inline style sheet. So just remove all these things. In the return, you don't want to mention anything, just remove these. We go and check. So it is in cursor and the background color, blue color, whatever I've given, it has been implemented. And one more thing is you can create it as a module also. That is also possible. Uh, okay, so as of now, just go through and come.